In this video, we're going to be going over my top 10 sales for the month of May, and it's those items that really help me achieve almost 20% month over month increase in sales. I want to share those with you guys today because you might be able to go out while you're outsourcing and find those same exact items too. So let's not waste any more time and jump into those top 10 items that sold for the most money last month. All right, so first I thought I would provide a little bit of context here as to the month of May, what's been going on. It's been about 2 months, 2 to 2.5 months of really changing the way how I source my items. And you guys have been watching me progress through the channel. If you're a longtime viewer, you know I used to buy bulk, wholesale, and now my business is completely different where I'm actually picking individual items, going out sourcing at a bare minimum of 5 to 10 times a week, depending on how much I can source. And this has really helped me see an increase of about 18% month over month in the month of May. And this has continued to grow to up to 40% now currently. So you're seeing here, I list about 560 items a month, and we're selling about 645 in the month of May. And you can see we did 13,800 on eBay and then another 1,000 on Poshmark with an average sale price of $21.42. I am liquidating a lot of older inventory. So a lot of my older items that are over 2 years old are all on sale for about $3 to $5 each, with an additional $1 applied to the shipping price. So I'm really in a full liquidation mode, a full transformation mode in my business. So I wanted to provide some context here to help you guys understand that wherever you're at right now in your business, you have the power to change it and transform it. And it really has to do with a lot of the input so you can get more output, right? And the input and the thing that moves the needle in this resale business is sourcing. The quality of the items that you source are going to determine how your reselling business is. So a little bit of some context on the categories that I'm selling in. You can see here it's men's pants on the top, men's button-up shirts on the second place. We got men's jeans third place, men's coats and jackets fourth place, and some women's tops fifth place. And right now, just checking in the month of June, my number one category is men's button-up shirts, which is great because I have access to plenty of button-up shirts in my area. So really cool to see a lot of growth here, up 110, 18%, 50%, up 81% in men's jackets. So it's really cool. And I hope that this can just bring a little bit of inspiration to you guys, no matter where you're at in your business, that if you really just focus on the key thing that moves the needle in this business, which is sourcing, and start to source more often and figure out a sourcing route, you too can see this transformation in your business. So the first thing that sold, which is awesome, and I love this pickup, I picked it up on May 3rd and it sold within the month, sold on May 7th. So sold in 4 days. And this is a Musto Yachting jacket. Here is what you want to be looking out for as far as a tag. But whenever you see Gore-Tex on anything, you're going to want to take the time to look it up. So I had it priced at $3.99 and I got an offer of $2.50 on, I think, day 4 after listing, and I just took it. I paid, I think, $12 for this jacket, and it did have some wear on the front, some light marks. I mean, it's a yachting jacket, so it's going to be hard to keep this super clean, right? And it was pre-owned. But if you can find any Musto yachting jacket, they have like the MPX model, they have the HPX model. This is something you're definitely going to want to pick up. I would have even paid up to like $50 for this jacket because it had nearly 100% sell-through rate, and they sell for far more than this. Like they sell for $300, $400, $500. So that was a great find. If you could find Musto Yachting, it's a yachting jacket, that is going to be a pickup. So very nice find. And today's video is sponsored by GyroPack. I've shipped over 18,000 packages on eBay, and it wasn't until I found GyroPack where I knew my packages would actually arrive from point A to point B in a good, safe condition. And I shipped most of those 18,000 packages in poly bags just like this, but you could see here, they tear open really easy and they just don't last as long as they should. But with GyroPack, you could pretty much throw it through a brick wall and it'll be just fine. And if you're wanting to try GyroPack right now, you can get 10% off your first order by clicking the link in the description down below, or you can use coupon code BOW10 at checkout. They have much more variety than just these simple poly bags. You could check out their bubble mailers and also different types of sizes to whatever you're going to be shipping in your business. Now back to the episode. The next one we have here, this is the second time I've found this brand, is 11T. It is an 11T corduroy blazer, very nice. You could just feel that it's quality, and the more items that you pick up and constantly look up and feel with your hands, you're going to notice that the quality is better versus other items that aren't so quality, like Walmart, Target brands. But if you could find this brand 11T, I've been picking up more and more blazers. Not every blazer, it's very rare, but when you do find the Peter Millar blazers, when you do find the size 56 in a Ralph Lauren blazer, silk linen blend, you're going to want to pick that up. If you find 11T, you're going to want to pick that up. So there is certain blazers that you want to look out for, and this is one of them. So 11T, and then it had a cloth by Ermenegildo Zegna. Anything in that brand is amazing. So that's already like, wow, you're going to want to pick that up. This brand is amazing as well. So those two combined gives it more value. And this was listed on May 24th and it sold on May 26th, 2 days later. And I believe I sold it for $145, $135. Someone sent an offer. I took it. I think I paid about $12 for this as well. So really nice brand, really cool. And you might want to start checking out the blazers. I feel like there's a lot less competition when it comes to blazers. You're just going to want to get in the habit of looking through them. It's very rare that I do pick up a blazer or two, maybe one blazer a week, because I'm constantly looking through the blazers. But there's just a nice profit potential there because in reality, blazers aren't priced too much at thrift stores. So that is a good, maybe niche to get into if you're wanting to get into more clothing items. So that was a nice sale. Another great brand that I've sold a couple of other handful of times. I've mainly sold their vests. This is actually a jacket called the Revolution Shell 8.0. And this is an awesome jacket by Scotty Vest. So most commonly you're going to see the vests, right? This is the brand the brand tag you're going to want to look for. This jacket, I think, was $6 or $7 at my thrift store. It was listed on May 18th and it sold May 21st. So very fast sale. Scotty vests are known for having like an insane amount of pockets. So this had tons. It's like crazy. I think it had like 8 pockets on the inside. So you're going to want to put this brand on your brand list, and typically the vests sell anywhere as low as like $50 to $100, and if you could find their jackets, $100 plus. So this sold for full price of $129.95 plus shipping, and this even had marks on the back, and inner pocket for phone has some damage. So still sold. Pretty awesome, great brand. It looks very minimalistic. Like this brand doesn't look like it's a very ordinary looking jacket, right? But if you can take the time to check out the tags when you're going through the racks, that's going to be a nice one. Next sale here is a great brand. This is a Huckberry brand. If you're not familiar with the Huckberry website, you're going to want to check it out and get familiar with every single brand on there. So this is Stio Goose Down Jacket. I actually paid $45 for this, but I felt like it was worth the investment because it did sell for $150, new without tags and plus shipping. It was listed on May 2nd. Someone bought it on May 26th, so sold in about 24 days. But Stio is an amazing brand. This is a 2XL, new without tags, goose down puffer jacket. It is called the Skyline Pinion Down Snap Puffer Coat. So Stio is a great one. I don't find it often, but I saw it hanging up behind the counter. I was like, I'm waiting for half off day and I'm totally picking that up. So I grabbed that and it was a great flip. I don't mind paying up for items. And that's something that I'm learning more and more now is like, I'm learning to pay up for items if they're worth in hitting my metrics. It's like, remember, 30% sell-through rate, $10 profit per item is what I've set for me and my business. And it's been awesome, been able to actually put that to use. And, you know, if I'm paying $40, $50 for a jacket, but it has 100% sell-through rate and I get 3 times my money, that's a no-brainer for me. I'm going to make that happen every time. So you got to set some metrics in your business, and that can at least help you be disciplined and guide you when you go out sourcing. The first place that I go to whenever I'm headed into the thrift store is jackets. It's the highest profit potential for me and where I live. I live in the Pacific Northwest, so it's going to be the jackets every time, because no one's going through the jackets right now, and we have an abundance of jackets. So if I can spend $10, $20 on a jacket that sells for 100, that's where I'm going to be going first. And then I hit the jeans, the pants, the button-ups, the sweaters, and then I head to the women's section if I hadn't already overloaded my cart with stuff. So, which is pretty often, you know, most of the time it's 99% men's items. So most of these items will be men's items. The next one was a great find. And Oakley is just a rock solid brand. This is a vintage Oakley jacket. It's the software zipper windbreaker. Really good shape, really good condition. It had a stain on the arm that didn't hold it back from selling. This sold in one day. It was listed on May 23rd and it sold on the 24th for $59 plus shipping. I probably underpriced it, but it's okay. I saw rough estimate comps between $50 and $75. I chose in between that, and it sold in one day. Someone was lowballing me right away, $10, $20. I just kept declining and declining because I knew that the sell-through rate was there for this type of jacket. So Oakley, if you ever find Oakley software, any type of jacket or line within Oakley that's going to have that, I would pick it up. I think I paid $5, $6 for this windbreaker. Half off. So it had a week or two to go through rotation and no one picked it up. It was even in the women's section, so it was a men's windbreaker. So I find that pretty common, you know, finding women's stuff in the men's section and vice versa. It's a great way to actually score some good items. So Oakley, great, solid, quality brand. Next up is the Viore jacket for women. It is a size small. I picked this up at the Goodwill on April 30th. It sold on May 2nd in 3 days. I paid $20 for it, and it sold for full price in 3 days for $120 plus shipping. This is the Elijo Rain Flap Jacket. So I'm looking up style codes for items that are really high quality and worth it, because if I just listed this with a plain old title, it probably wouldn't have sold that fast. So looking up the style code right here, so Viore, and I just typed in that style code and it into Google, and it popped up and gave me the model name, so I was able to put that in the title. So highly recommend it. Anything from Viore, you pick it up. Even if it's like $30, $40, like if it's a jacket, I would have paid as much as $50 for this jacket because I had an over 100% sell-through rate. So that's just me. You don't have to do that, but I would. Viore, in general, the brand on eBay has over 100% sell-through rate. And get it while the getting's good, because Viore, who knows what that brand looks like this time next year. So if you ever find Viore, you're going to want to pick it up. It is an amazing brand, athletic brand, you know, very similar to Lululemon, except without the major popularity. So great brand there. Viore Elijo jacket sold and gone. Awesome. Next sale is a pretty ordinary sale. This is just a Ralph Lauren denim jeans Hampton model. I think they sold for $30, so I'm not too sure why this popped up in the top 10, but we'll go over it. It's just a great bread and butter brand. This is an item you can find every day, passed up by resellers. Yeah, I pick up most Polo Ralph Lauren jeans if they're under $10. I'm gonna pick them up. So this was a nice quick flip, listed on May 1st, and it sold on the 6th. So Hampton Relaxed Straight, very nice pair of jeans, great condition, no holes, no stains. So amazing. So that was a nice little flip there. Ralph Lauren jeans, you're gonna want to set your metrics and figure out what's gonna work for you. But I would personally pick it up if it was $10 or less, and it, you know, sold for a decent amount of money. Next brand is Ben Davis, the kind of a skateboard brand. This is a pair of vintage Ben Davis chino pants. They actually were worn down a little bit, really faded. I listed for $99, and I think I took a best offer of $80 plus shipping on these. So you can see here, made in Dominican Republic, which is going to be a great indicator that it's vintage. Remember, vintage is only items over 20 years old. So you're going to see items that aren't always made in USA. They might be made in Mexico and Dominican Republic, Northern Marina Islands, Japan, Hong Kong. Those are the common ones you're seeing now, as 20 years ago was only now 2004. That's when more and more items were being manufactured in those types of countries. So made in Dominican Republic, size 38. Ben Davis is a great brand. Most common, you're probably going to see their shorts. So very plain looking. You're always going to want to check to make sure even their shorts go for $40, $50. If you could find the pants, even better. So very awesome. And they do make shirts and stuff like that. So just kind of implant this logo in your brain, and if you find it, good job. So that was a nice quick flip, listed on the 13th of April, sold on May 19th. So in about a month in 1 week. Next up is a Giorgio Armani jacket. This was a nice jacket, quick flip, May 14th, sold on May 29th. So in about 2 weeks, in really good shape. You're always going to want to make sure to check the stitching around the logo, check the stitching around everything, check the inner tags, check the pockets, because this brand is a designer brand, a luxury brand that is going to be commonly faked. And you don't know how many times I've found fake North Face jackets, fake Patagonia jackets at a lot of these thrift stores. So the first thing I look towards is the stitching, the inner tags, making sure that just everything looks good, right? And this was a nice quick flip, kind of like a bomber jacket with fleece lining. $54 plus shipping. Nice. So sold in about 2 weeks. Selling jackets in the middle of spring is a beautiful thing. So Giorgio Armani, not everything in that brand is a good fast seller, but couldn't stop for me from picking up that jacket. Next up is a Lululemon. This is called the Relax Fit Twill Blazer. Picked this up for $20 at a Goodwill, and it sold in 6 days for, I think I took a best offer of like $75, $75 plus shipping. So Lululemon blazers, not a ton of them out there, but this was a nice one. Just sitting there, been passed up by other resellers, and I was like, well, I'll pick this up. I don't mind spending 20 to make, I listed it for 100, and I was happy to take $70, and it sold in 6 days. So Lululemon, not everything in Lululemon is going to be a pickup, and that's going to be up to you and your metrics. But when I saw this jacket, I was like, yep, I'm going to grab that even for $20. So really nice, really awesome. I was hoping that, to be able to show you guys a little bit more about what's been selling in my store. Obviously, we do those what sold video on Monday and the thrift haul on Wednesday, but I never really show those top high-end items that sell on a monthly basis. But I want to do it to encourage you guys that you can find these items as well. And if you're wanting to turn this business into an actual full-time gig, you're going to want to check out the free resources down below, where we can help you guys grow your business and actually make that dream come a reality. My goal with the channel is just to help you go further, faster along your journey, whether it's part-time or full-time. So you're going to want to check out those free resources to help grow your business. We'll see you in the next video. God bless.